Today we formally launch NHS Test and Trace. This is an incredibly important milestone for the country, and I know people will want to hear about it. NHS Test and Trace means we can start to replace the national lockdown with individual isolation for those who've been in contact with the virus and local action where it's necessary to respond to a flare-up. The concept is simple. First, through testing, we hunt down the virus, finding out who is infected right now. And I use we very deliberately because we all have our part to play. This is a national effort and we all have a role. If you have symptoms, you must isolate immediately and get yourself a test. Yesterday, 2013 people tested positive, and the next step is that through contact tracing, like detectives, the NHS clinician from NHS Test and Trace and the person who's tested positive work together to identify the possible movements of the virus, where it's been, and who else it might have infected. Then we isolate those contacts who might have been infected so the virus is unable to spread and we break the chain of transmission. From tomorrow, we're expanding eligibility for testing to include the under 5s so that now every single person who has symptoms of coronavirus can get a test, no matter their age. If you get symptoms, isolate immediately and get a test. If you are contacted by NHS Test and Trace instructing you to isolate, you must. It is your civic duty. So you avoid unknowingly spreading the virus and you help to break the chain of transmission. This will be voluntary at first because we trust everyone to do the right thing. But we can quickly make it mandatory if that's what it takes. Because if we don't collectively make this work, then the only way forward is to keep the lockdown. Put better, the more people follow the instructions, the safer we will be, and the faster we can safely lift the lockdown.